Hey guys, and welcome back. It's Firestarter here. Um, if you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Helps the channel. Appreciate everyone that's doing that and commenting down below. I enjoy the conversations with people. Um, so let's talk about the Star Wars announcement happened. Seemed pretty lackluster to me. It felt like they just said what they were gonna say and kind of like just threw it over to Justin and Travis, who's the new ambassador for Arcade One Up, and his role is kind of gonna be to ask questions from the community. Uh, that's my understanding. Um, so let's see here. Uh, So here's the cab. Um, just how do I? to me, they didn't give enough information to it was very basic. It was very short. It was like 15 minutes, and John wasn't even on for all 15. It was, the pleasantry, people just talking about a couple things and then right into it, and then Travis took over with Justin. But something I kind of want to talk about, I feel like now the old stock that went to Best Buy, I'm still convinced that what I'm thinking is that this came from Arcade1Up. Just because it's so odd to me. It's like, I think what actually happened is that Arcade1Up probably went to Best Buy and they were able to convince them to take the old stock. Because how does a store have stock of a game? I can't even find this now anymore, so let's forget that. How can a store have stock in a warehouse for 3 years and 3 months? And the fact that everyone just believes that is the only explanation seems crazy to me. And how do other stores not have that? How does a Walmart not have that if Best Buy has stock from over 3 years ago? So I think what happened was, and if you go back in time to the charity event, there was rumors of more cabs. The streamers even talked about how this was bigger. Initially, there was going to be more cabs in that charity event. And I think Star Wars was one of those cabs. It was also one of the cabs people was hoping was going to be at the charity event. And it was almost suggested that it would be there. And I think that was one of the ones that was scaled back. So I think that charity event wasn't 3 years ago. That charity event was, I want to say, a year ago at most, but probably it was February of last year somewhere. I'm not exactly sure of the date, but that seems more plausible that Arcade1Up decided not to give away more premium cabs that they knew they could get full dollars on. They had old stock. This was coming out. They went to Best Buy. Best Buy probably said okay to the old stock. And that's why suddenly Best Buy is selling this just before your announcement, which makes way more sense than anything anyone is talking about. So they probably sold Best Buy on the old stuff. Best Buy, I'm guessing, didn't want the new stuff. And probably part of it is because they're saying, okay, well, we're probably going to sell all of this, but we don't want to take a chance of double dipping here. We'll take the old stuff at that old price, which I bet you was probably negotiated because everyone's surprised that it was $450 US. I think people expected it to be higher, maybe not the 600, but I think people expected 500, 550. But I bet you Best Buy said, well, we'll take the old ones, but we're only paying this. And so they probably, and that's probably why you saw it at $450 on the Best Buy website. And I think they said no. I think everyone said no to the re-release because the only time it's come from Arcade1Up, it's always been a cab that's more for the community and less about the retailers. And now you just have Shop Hippo, who is apparently a good friend with John D and is a fan of the product. So the fact that it's just you and Shop Hippo, who you're friends with and is a major fan, tells me you probably went to the stores and they said no to this. And I think it has to do with the price tag. $600 US for a cab that basically sold for $450, the same cab. I mean, I'm guessing that was a risk that the that the stores didn't want to take on. And that has basically happened with every single cab you've ever sold directly. So I think that's truly what happened. I think Best Buy said yes to Arcade One Up's old stock. I don't think this came from Best Buy warehouses. I find that so hard to believe. I think it came from, with the timing of everything, it even makes sense. It's like, well, we've got this new one coming out. Let's get rid of what we have. And Best Buy said, sure. And it's only at Best Buy. So I'm guessing the only realtor, retail store that was okay with it, which proves even more why they're probably doing this direct, that most stores said no. So I think that's what truly happened. And I think this was played off as, because you're not hearing from Best Buy. You're never going to hear from Best Buy. So this whole thing that's being said, oh, it's just Best Buy old stock, you're only going to hear from Arcade One Upside. You're never going to hear anything from Best Buy on this. So this can just be put out there, and you're never going to know the other side. And I honestly think that charity event, there was supposed to be Star Wars. The streamers said there were supposed to be more cabs, that this started bigger and became smaller. And they talked about being disappointed that there weren't other cabs, because they knew there were supposed to be more cabs in that charity event. And they obviously scaled back to things that they thought at a cheaper price would sell, but they didn't want to probably give away stuff that at a more expensive price they could get probably full price or close to it. And I think that totally makes business sense. I understand that's probably why they did it, but I honestly think Arcade One Up sold their old stock to Best Buy. I just can't believe a retail store has stock that they find 3 months later, just before a new one's coming out. It's just way too much of a far stretch, and I think people are just believing this story, but I just don't buy it. Anyways, enough of that. So I think that's what happened. I think this price tag is a bit steep, in my opinion. I will definitely be looking for I'll definitely be looking for a secondhand of this one. Which would probably take a long time to get a second hand of this one, but probably the other one. And I have to say, it's weird to say, because I do like the coin door, but there is something about how the original was done. I haven't seen it here. There's something about that front part of the original one that I actually enjoy quite a bit. Let me just get this up here. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, hey, Goofy Foot, how you doing? Hey, Kev, how you doing, man? Yeah, not too much. Just talking about Star Wars. Yeah, I mean, can you hear me okay, Goofy? I hope. And Kev Grant, how you doing? Hopefully you can hear me. I hope that comment from Goofy wasn't about. Yeah, exactly, Kev Grant. That's exactly how I thought. I didn't believe this was old stock from a store that they suddenly find. Good morning, man. Yeah, how you guys doing? So there's something about the old look to me, that front old look. Actually, I really like it. I don't know what it is about it. And I know I like the new art being all extended down to the bottom, but I don't like that it gets cut off. I actually kind of like this riser, and I'm someone that doesn't even I kind of want the new form factor, but I find in this cab, this riser's actually probably the best riser they've ever done. I mean, it's the best cab I think they've ever done, period. So, but there's something about the three games that it's done in a way here that in the others it didn't look so good, but here it's kind of it fits. It looks just part of it. I think it's because they actually have more detail. It's not just the games; it's full detail, right? Like, so for an arcade that has all three games, I think this was the best they ever did. I mean, it's the best they ever did, period. But oh, hey guys. Yeah, I this is why I never did like live streams before because I have such a small following and I see people with like 30,000 subscribers and they get like 100 to 300 people live. So I was just like, what am I going to get? I might get a couple, like, this is the most I've ever had. Like, two people is the most I've ever had at the same time. But I also didn't have Restream at the time. So once I went to Restream, I started using Restream. It just makes it a lot easier. Yeah, exactly. Goofy. I found that story. Anyone that just blatantly believed that story, I don't understand how you just blatantly believe that. So, yeah, that to me was so odd. And people were trying to convince me that that was the case for sure. Like they absolutely knew it. Like it was kind of funny. Did you guys watch the show yesterday? Yeah. I think I saw you there, Goofy, yesterday at the live thing. Yeah. Are you guys going to pick this up or? I don't know. I just find the price tags a bit rough on this one. Yeah, it was a pretty sad. Oh yeah, yeah. 600 Kev is seems very steep. I'm sadly now starting to look for used ones of the old one again because also to Canada I have to pay shipping and duties, and it's like buying a pro cab. Oh yeah, Goofy, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely been some things that have come out recently that has made me really wonder what's going on here. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna look for it used, either the original or this one, but more than likely the original because this one will probably get a hefty price tag on the secondary market. It's great that they made more, but it's just going to put more of these on eBay. It's still just going to put more of these. I get it. It's great for people who do get it, but then there's still going to be people that want it. that are probably going to have to still pay a hefty price tag for it. Yeah. I still need to pick up a Steam Deck. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely Glenn's yoke is yeah, I definitely want to pick up everything he makes, man. He makes great stuff. Yeah. Oh, really? Is that through his like through him himself or does he sell it like elsewhere or I just saw his $20 like kit. I don't even know how he does it for $20, man. It's like I get it, it's a beginner's kit, but like I was just watching that video. He's such a nice guy. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, anyone that wants them. I mean, I'm still gonna buy whatever I decide to buy, but yeah. And I'm not gonna whatever people want to buy, that's up to them. Oh, okay. Is that his own website or is that like somewhere else? Oh, his website. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, Kev, I'll have to check that out for sure. I do have a at games. I just don't have it together. I have an IR arcade and at games in the box. The at games is out of the box, but not put together. Oh man. That's the problem. As we get older, we have the money, but we don't have the time anymore. And it's the opposite when you're young. You have so much time, but you don't have the money, and it's kind of funny. Yeah. So, um, I do have to get going soon, but I just wanted to come on. Uh, That's the other thing is like I make a lot of pre-recorded videos, but I like using the software for the chat. I like using it for the background music, stuff like that. I just find it makes so much of that easier. So that's why I'll even go live, even if it's more of a video that is more just about talking about yeah. Yeah, no, thanks, Kev. I uh, I look forward to doing this more. And yeah, and Goofy Foot, good to see you guys. I do have to go to work, but definitely I'll see you guys again. And thanks, guys. Have a good day. Eh? Talk to you soon. Firestarter out.